you guys were all very aware that you were the comedy guys.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I mean, it was, and that was one of those junket questions where it's like, tell me about the Frat Pack.
Yeah.
And, it'd be met with like, oh, okay, yeah, because I guess...
Yeah, we are kind of doing
I
movies.
did Old School, and then Ben Zoolander, and, Owen and Vince did The Wedding Crashers, and...
Yeah. I
did a cameo, and, I mean, well, I think it's people who actually genuinely admire each other's work, and if they can work together, great, but it doesn't,
Right. But it's so interesting because comedy is very difficult.
Yeah.
And there's this crew of guys that like really kind of nailed it. And it's not easy. I mean, you see a lot of, it's so rare that you see like, really funny shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are producing. How much really funny shit comes through? I mean, you got Funny or Die. How did that idea come to create that?
Funny or Die it's too much. There's too much stuff on there. It's hard for me to keep up.
Well, of course.
It's just.
But isn't it amazing how many people are trying to be funny?
It's incredible.
And occasionally there are some very funny people.
Yeah.
But it's. See, I don't know about that whole thing. It's like, I know that there's a big celebration.
The democracy of that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, because what I'm doing, I mean, it would never happen at another time.
Yeah.
But there's still like, it's like, yeah, it's great. Everyone can do what they want to do and get it out there. It's like, well, that's all that means.
And then you get asked the question, are there so many more opportunities? I'm like, well, there are so many more opportunities just by the strict definition of an opportunity.
To put your thing out there.
To put your thing out there.
Yeah.
But it's harder than ever to get paid.
Right. Exactly.
So it feels like, there's all this stuff. There's all this content.
Sure, free content.
But
you can, there's a great opportunity to provide free content for people.
But it's ultimately about getting seen by an ad agency who will hire you off of a short you did on Funny or Die to direct their commercial that will be shown back on TV. So the main mediums are still kind of the same. Yeah, the big sources of income.
Well, that's interesting about the democratization, because I don't think I realized it until right now, is that you can put anything out there.
Yeah.
But you're sort of depending on consensus to make it relevant.
Right.
So, like, somebody's got to decide, like, did you see this shit? And then that's got to be passed to that guy. And then all of a sudden it's like, God, this many people looked at that. Then the big guy goes,
there's power in that.
Right.
But still the big guy still has to go,
I don't get it.
Yeah. So, I don't know if the ball's been pushed forward.
Yeah.
I think it has a little bit, but
it's a lot easier for people to get strung along by their dreams now.
Right.
That's the great opportunity is you can now delude yourself for longer than you used to by generating your own stuff.
And yet, Funny or Die is kind of crazy but it is a, I think we employ based off the ad revenues, up to 100 people, and there's writers and editors, and so it is a little comedy lab.
Yeah, no, it's great. People love it.
Yeah,
it was an important thing to do.
That's what's so funny about the internet too, is that here's this big success story of Funny or Die, and yet who knows what it will really ever even turn into, or not,
or something's just going to push it aside,
right, and be the new thing, and
and people will be like, oh, Funny or Die, no one goes there anymore.
Was lame. I never liked it from the beginning.
I still got a video on that. It's like the MySpace.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple of questions about the Spanish movie.
Yeah. Casa de Me Padre.
Yeah. You just did that because it entertained you?
Yeah. I did it.
Because it seemed like a fun
maybe think of Hispanic newscasters who...
Yeah, they're great. They put a lot of energy.
There was a shooting today on Olvera Street. Yes, Casa. My altruistic... I actually thought it would work.
You thought that...
Commercially.
In Latin America.
Even here.
Yeah.
Which it did not. But yes, it was just a thing that I for 5 years I had this idea of putting myself in a Spanish language movie and committing to speaking Spanish as well as I possibly could, as opposed to the joke of he speaks poor Spanish. And just what would that look like if...
Did you speak Spanish?
Someone from American comedy would just appear in that world. Just from my high school Spanish.
So you had to study, and so you
I had to work ferociously with a translator every day, and
Do you speak Spanish now?
No. No.
And what about these?
Yeah.
Didn't you do a series of local beer commercials as well?
Yeah, we did Old Milwaukee
And that was
commercials.
just because you enjoyed the format?
We had been approached by Old Milwaukee. They're about to kill the brand, and they said, if you guys want to go out,
help us out,
and do whatever you want creatively. My buddy Andrew Steele, he had this idea of what if we just went to Terre Haute, Indiana, just these towns in the Midwest, shoot these spots, guerrilla style, get in and get out without anyone knowing we were ever there, and they just appear locally in those markets. They're not nationwide. And I said, I love that idea. And
you did it.
We got paid nothing other than the cost of our travel. And we did it, and then these things started popping up. And
did you save the brand?
I think it helped a little.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I think it's still teetering. And then the one thing that was hysterical was 2 Super Bowls ago, we did one of the spots. We bought time in some market in Nebraska for $800.
Yeah.
And it got more play on the internet
than the actual Super Bowl ad?
than the big Budweiser spots on the...
Right.
So anyway, it just...
It was fun.
Fun opportunities to do weird stuff.
You like to do that.
To keep people scratching their heads.
Right.